Hello again. I'm trying from a different part of the house. Different than last time. I can put on a mask. What happens if I put a mask? Hold on. I don't know where that is. Oh, there it is. I can put on a mask. That's okay. I don't need a mask. I'm good. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Hi. I'm not used to doing Facebook Live on my phone, so it's like giving me all these fancy options. Hi, everyone. I hope you made it back. Tanya, I saw you were there, and Laurel. And Marinda, hello. Thank you for trying. I hope this connection works again. I just wanted to reach back out. It's been a few days, and honestly, I'm a big fan of inspiration, and if you follow me on Instagram, I treat my Instagram very much as like this inspired place. I don't think about it. I don't try and schedule it. I don't predict it. Just when I have an idea, I post it and I put it up there. Hi, Tanya. I post it and I put it up, and that's it. That's really all there is to it. And I will likely end up treating Facebook Live in that same way, even though I know it's helpful to get scheduled. And if you want to know when I'm live, some of you I know I think get my notifications that I send out. And I'll share that link again in the comments. I don't have it on me right now, but I'll share it in the comments. If you want to know just a little bit in advance when I'm going to be live, you can click that and it'll just give me permission to let you know. But this was meant to mark like the end of my string of videos that I ran over almost 30 days. It was really awesome. I've connected with some of you that I had never known before, and I really loved that and appreciated it, and have enjoyed the conversations that I've had and the connections that we've made, and I look forward to continuing that. Someone, if you saw the note that I sent out this morning, I asked, what's on your mind? Because really, I can show up and share what's on my mind, but that's not what really lights me up. What lights me up is finding out what's on your mind, and then coaching and serving and having a conversation around that. So if there's something you're thinking about that you want to share in the comments, something on your mind, something that's come up over the past month, or as you've rewatched some of the videos where you're feeling stuck, feel free to share it, and feel free to send me those in messages, because those inspire the videos that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be about you. So this morning when I sent out the first note, someone replied, they asked, one, how do I take care of myself? How I take care of myself, one of the ways that I take care of myself is I wake up earlier than my kids. I learned that a while back, because I need a little bit of quiet time to myself in the morning. And for me, taking care of myself is a mental game. I think we're all actually doing a lot less than we think we are. We're thinking all of the time. And so it feels like we're on all of the time. So when we identify self-care, it's usually like the moments when we let ourselves off the hook from all of the thinking that we're indulging in all of the time. So I try and practice that all the time. Like, I'm always just kind of checking in with how I'm feeling. Is it a thinking issue that's going on? Where do I need to just sit and not have anything to do? I very much try and listen to myself in the present moment. Like, well, what is it I want to do now? And that is my form of self-care. Physically I try and do stuff. I try and exercise and do yoga, and I'll get a massage every now and then. But for me, self-care is just about paying attention to myself and staying curious, and not getting down on myself when I'm having a bad day, but really riding it out. And I shared that in one of the videos last week, this idea that, our thinking is like the ocean, and sometimes the waves get really choppy, and we can either try and like smash them all down and swim through them, which is really difficult, or we can just lay on our back and ride it out. And so more and more, especially as I've been talking it and speaking it out loud through these videos, I've just become more tuned in to when I'm in a thinking place and when I'm not. So I hope that's making sense. If it's making sense, send word somehow. So that was the first question. And then the second question she asked was, how do I have fun, or how do you have fun doing new and edgy things? And someone today I posted this on Instagram again. If you follow me there, you can find me there. I'm at Allegrator. I posted this morning, don't aim to feel safe, aim to feel alive. And I think it's those edgy, fun, scary things where we feel the most alive because we have no idea what's going to happen. So I'm a big fan of running towards those things that are unknown and we don't know what's going to happen. So for some of you, for example, if you like to write and you've been thinking about writing or publishing a blog post or something like that, and you have no idea what people are going to think, my response as a coach wearing the coaching hat is always like, great, so let's find out. Like, go find out. Why not? Life is short. Let's live. Let's do the things that you know in your mind aren't going to hurt you. Nothing bad's going to happen for you to publish something or say something, or it's just going to be a path that you walk down and explore and experiment with. So when it comes to having fun with new and edgy things, I think it's just kind of an attitude that we take on about those things, you know, and seeing those moments and being willing to slow down. So much of this is about not responding habitually to how we feel. And when it comes to coaching and powerful coaching, I really look for that in the people I'm serving, because we can stay in the status quo. You can stay status quo as much as you want, or you can try and shift it up. And shifting it up is odd and intense and can be really scary sometimes, but one has to decide which they want more. Do you want to stay in the status quo, or you want to try new things? And if you want to try new things, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable and to look at it as an experiment and something fun. Sometimes too, it's just about changing the language around things. You know, I love using the word experiment. Do any of you have any experiments going on? Is there something you've been thinking about that you want to try? And can it be broken down into such a small part that you could do it right now and it might feel a little scary? Like, that's magic right there. And there's something amazing on the other side of it, one way or the other. So I don't know if that answers your question, Melissa. I know you can't watch live, but hopefully you get a chance later to check this out and can share your thoughts. And yeah, I mean, I think last week someone asked for a summary of things. Please tell me, by the way, what you're hearing. Any thoughts coming up for you? Share them in the comments while I'm here live. I would love to see those. And, you know, someone said, oh, can I just sum things up? And I don't know if I can sum things up. I think, you know, my job is to help you calm down. Love the idea of experiments. Oh, Tanya, I'm such a big fan of experiments. It's just such a good way of testing out new things. Because experiments, there's no emotion around it. You just run it and you see what happens. There's no good, there's no bad. It's like, oh, here's my results. Okay, what next? You know, my job is to help you slow down. My job is to help you spot all of your noise, just to see it, just to see all the noise, right? It's like white noise at this point. You have no idea how much you're thinking and how much it's just there all the time until I'm coming on with this little spotlight and I'm like, look at all the thinking you're doing. So part of my job is to help you spot all of the noise and create space to spot all the wisdom that's there. You know, I spoke with someone the other day and I was trying to find out, like, what is it she wanted? And like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what anyone wants. But when you know, and if it feels blocked or foggy or uncertain, like, the answers you want are there already. And they're within you. And so that second piece of what I do, hi Lindsay, yay! That second part of what I do is just help you spot that, to help you notice it, to help you to create the space where you can see those things for yourself. And sometimes that's about noticing when all of your thinking is getting in the way. And sometimes that's about just riding out the storm for a little bit and knowing that you're not alone in that happening. And sometimes it's about being in that quiet space and just wanting a little bit of guidance and support in seeing what new ideas come up and a little bit of brainstorming and mixing things up. So it shows up in lots of different ways, but there is this foundation and this kind of understanding that you've got everything you need, and my job is just to help you find it. So I have been really inspired by what's come around over this past month and showing up here if you have an idea that you've been thinking about, if you've been thinking about doing Facebook Lives, and I know a few of you have, like, if I can help in any way, like just in telling you to just do it, to just click the go live button and see what happens, that is the only way out is through. And you can either sit there thinking about it, or you can start doing it and seeing what happens. And reality is a lot cooler than imagination, I have found. So I look forward to what comes next, and I will be back. And again, check the comments. I'll post it in just a few minutes, the link that you can click that will give me permission to tell you when I'm going to be live and what's coming up next. And yeah, any other comments or questions that come up, post them below, and I'll see you then. All right, have a fabulous day, everybody.